Most creators are still chasing trending sounds like it's 2022. They spend hours scrolling through the audio library looking for that little rising arrow, hoping that if they just dance to the right beat or time their cuts to the right track, the algorithm will magically bless them with a million views. But while they're hunting for the next viral song, the real earners on Instagram have already moved on. In 2026, the game isn't about going viral anymore. It's about triggering specific behavioral cues that force the algorithm to hand deliver your content to high ticket buyers. Welcome to Monetized Mind, where we talk about how to make money online without depending on the YouTube AdSense program. This video is meant to give you a new idea that you can run with. So stick around until the end as I give you a deep dive into Instagram Reels and what nobody else is doing, but you can, if you are ready to make some serious money online. If you've noticed your audience reach plateauing on your Instagram account, it's not because your content is bad. It's because you're playing by an old rule book. Today, I'm pulling back the curtains on the invisible hacks that nobody is talking about just yet. We're going to look at how to secure disproportionate organic audience reach, and more importantly, how to turn those views into income streams that don't rely on a single cent of YouTube AdSense. We're talking about building a business that uses Instagram as a high octane traffic source, not just a place to post selfies. But before we get into the tactics, we have to address the elephant in the room. The old Instagram is dead. Back in the day, the algorithm was relatively simple. It looked at who you followed and what you liked. But in 2026, the algorithm has evolved into what I call a behavioral matchmaker. It is watching every micro interaction that you have with your screen, and the most powerful interaction that you can trigger right now. It's called the pause signal. Think about how you scroll. You're flying through your feed at 100 miles per hour. Your brain is on autopilot, but then something catches your eye. Maybe a dense bit of text, a confusing visual, or a headline that hits a massive pain point, and you physically stop. You hold your thumb down on the screen to read what it's saying. That split second thumb stop is a massive data point for Instagram. It tells the AI that your content has high information density. But here's where it gets interesting for your bank account. In 2026, Instagram is using Semantic SEO. This means that the AI isn't just looking at your hashtags, it's literally listening to your voiceover and reading the text inside your video frames. So if you're talking about digital real estate or high-ticket affiliate marketing, and these are just examples, the AI is indexing those words. So instead of making your videos easy to watch, I actually want you to make them a little harder. And let me explain. Use a text overlay that takes 4 seconds to read, but only stays on the screen for 3 seconds. Force that pause. When you force the pause, you aren't just getting a view, you're training the algorithm to categorize you as an authority. You're telling the system exactly which buyers to send your way. Do you get that? Let that sink in. Now, let's talk about the metric that is actually paying the bills right now. I call this the repeat view. I see so many creators obsessing over their completion rate. They want people to watch until the very end. And sure, that's good. But in the 2026 landscape, the holy grail is the loop. If a viewer watches your reel twice, the algorithm doesn't just give you double points. It exponentially increases your distribution because it assumes that your content is a knowledge asset. This is where my 1590 rule comes into play. The goal is to create a 15-second video that contains 90 seconds worth of value. Think about that for a second. If I give you a 90-second lecture, you might get bored and scroll away. But if I give you a 15-second burst of information that is so dense, you have to watch it 3 times to catch everything. I've just won the game. You do this by using what I call the information trap. And here's how you do it. You mention a specific tool or a secret website that can make people money, but you only flash the URL on the screen for half a second. Or you deliver a seamless loop where your last sentence in the video perfectly completes the first sentence. The viewer doesn't even realize the video has already restarted. They've watched it twice before they even know what happened. That second and third watch through are what trigger the massive organic reach. It signals to Instagram that your content isn't just entertainment, it's essential. And essential content gets pushed to the top of the feed every single time. If you've been following the Monetized Mind channel here for a while, you know that I'm obsessed with one thing: moving away from the AdSense trap. I want you to have income streams that you can control. This is why we need to talk about the shift from likes to saves. In 2026, a like is a vanity metric. It's a pat on the back that does almost nothing for your bottom line. But a save is a bookmark. It's a customer saying, I need this information for later. When someone saves your reel, they're essentially adding you to their personal library of experts. This is the ultimate authority play. So how do you get more saves? You stop making vibe videos and start making utility videos. Instead of just talking about how you made money online, show a 5-step checklist on the screen. Literally tell them, don't try to memorize this now. Save this reel so that you have the blueprint when you're actually setting up your store tonight. You're giving them a reason to keep your content in front of their face, in their pocket. This does two things. It tells the algorithm that your content is evergreen, meaning that it will keep serving it. The algorithm will keep serving it to people weeks after you post it. And more importantly, it keeps you at the top of that user's mind. When you finally decide that you're tired of their 9 to 5, if they're tired of their 9 to 5 and want to buy a course or join a community, who do you think they're going to go to? The person whose save folder they've been filling up for a month. Now let's get real about money, because that's why you're here, right? You aren't doing this just to be Instagram famous. We're here to build a business. The beauty of these 2026 algorithm hacks is that they attract a very specific type of viewer, someone with high intent, because you're using semantic SEO and triggering the pause signal. You aren't getting random views from teenagers looking for memes. You're getting views from people who are actively looking for a way to change their financial life. You don't need 1 million followers to make 6 figures in this landscape. You need 5,000 high intent followers. Once you have this engine running, you can stop begging for YouTube AdSense. You can start looking at creator licensing, where brands pay you thousands of dollars just to use your high performing reels as their own ads. You can start building close friends, communities where people pay a monthly subscription fee for your direct insights and your knowledge. You're using Instagram as a filter to find your most loyal customers, and then you're moving them off of that platform into an ecosystem that you own. That is the monetized mindset. That is how you win in 2026. The landscape has shifted, but that shift is where the biggest opportunities are hiding. And I'm going to help you find it. If you're willing to stop chasing the trends that everyone else is fighting over and start focusing on those behavioral triggers, you're going to be months, maybe even years ahead of the competition. I know this is a lot to take in, but the transition from content creator to digital asset builder is the most important move that you can make this year. I've actually put together a specific list of the power keywords that the 2026 algorithm is currently prioritizing for the finance and side hustle niches. These are the words you need to be saying in your voiceovers to get the right eyes on your content. I hope you found value from this video. And if you want a deeper dive of how to make money outside of AdSense, then you will love my ebook titled 40 Plus Epic Ways to Make Money Outside of the YouTube Partner Program. It is jam-packed with not only ideas, but it's a step-by-step guide of different ways to add multiple streams of income to your portfolio. You need to get your hands on this one. Grab it from the link below in the description. And please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss the upcoming video where I am going to share more ways to make money online without YouTube AdSense. You don't want to miss that video. Trust me. Thank you so much for watching. And guess what? I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you're here right here because I'll be waiting. Have a good day.